So good afternoon everyone, and welcome to the beautiful setting of Syrencot on this very special day for Andy and Rosie. So on behalf of Andy and Rosie, I would like to thank you all for joining them here today to share with them in their wedding ceremony. Through the vows they make today, they will be making a commitment to each other, and through your presence here, you are expressing your support for them in their future together.
Right, firstly, I would like to welcome you all and thank you for being here today to celebrate this special day for Rose and Andy. Time really does fly. It only seems like yesterday that the midwife was passing me that small bundle. I clearly remember that feeling of complete panic, and also the first words I said to Rose: "I'll look after you." I don't think she was actually listening. And to be honest, that didn't change in the next 29 years. I'm not sure that I ever really lived up to that initial claim, but fortunately, your mum was there to guide you. And I can see that influence in the person that you have become, in your quiet but determined attitude, in your incredible hard work and thoroughness that you have maintained through school, college and university, and in your determination to be the best you possibly can be. And you've carried that on in your career as a teacher. But you have never lost that kind, caring and compassionate nature. And Mum and I could not be more proud of what you have achieved.
I'd like to start by thanking you all for coming to celebrate our special day with us. We're so pleased that we're able to spend the day surrounded by our closest family and friends. As I'm sure you can imagine, we've been planning this day for a while now, and on behalf of Rosie and I'd like to really thank you, our friends and our family, for your help and support making today happen. Thank you both for raising such an amazing daughter, who is for one stunning, kind, caring, thoughtful, funny and intelligent, patient and always puts everyone first. I can't thank you enough. As many of you probably know, I grew up in Swaziland and I have many happy memories from my childhood. I'd like to thank my parents for providing me with a perfect example of what a loving and supportive marriage should look like, and I can only hope that Rose and I will be as happy as they both were. My mum and dad always did their best for us, moving us from Swaziland to the UK to give us the best opportunities possible. It couldn't have been easy, especially with the three of us, but they always made it work. I learned many valuable lessons from mum and dad, including how to cook, clean, and that's definitely come in handy living with Rose. I've been lucky enough to inherit a number of traits from my mum and dad, my mum's patience and compassion, and it's my dad that I have to thank for my brains, wit, and excellent sense of humour, although Rose might not agree with that. Sadly, Dad passed away a couple of weeks ago, and it's days like today that are very hard, and he'd always... It's days like these that are quite hard, and I know he'd want us to have a great time. Unfortunately for me, with all the wonderful traits he did pass on, he definitely didn't pass on the good beard genes. Unfortunately for me, that's how it ended up. Over the recent years, Dad and I built quite a close relationship, and I'd like to thank him for everything he's done for me. Without his guidance and support, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. He really showed me how a father should be, and I hope that one day I'll be as good a father to my children as he's been to me and my siblings. I, Andrew Sinclair Ball,
take you, Rosemary Jane Hooper,
take you, Rosemary Jane Hooper,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
Rosie, your turn. I, Rosemary Jane Hooper,
I, Rosemary Jane Hooper,
take you, Andrew Sinclair Ball,
take you, Andrew Sinclair Ball,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
Well done. Did you both get that okay? Nice.
But honestly, I can't thank you guys enough for everything you've done for me over the years and over the last few weeks. For those of you that don't know, my stag weekend, these guys added my dad to a WhatsApp group for our weekend. So he got to see all the photos and videos of our entire day out. We even got to talk to him on FaceTime during the day, and he got to actually see us gather together for the first time in 2 years and have a good chat. When I spoke to him a couple of days later, he said it made him feel like it was really a part of the day. He loved hearing all of our stories and seeing us finally be together again. My dad always loved hosting us at his house, our home, and he got to watch us all grow up, meet our partners, get our first houses and have children. He was really proud of how far each and every one of us has come, and I can't thank you guys enough for making him feel a special part of the day.
So, will you please repeat after me, Andy? Rosie, I promise to love and cherish you.
Rosie, I promise to love and cherish you.
Comfort and care for you.
Comfort and care for you.
Respect, support and encourage you.
Respect, support and encourage you.
Throughout our life together.
Throughout our life together.
Well done. Rosie, your turn. Okay. Andy, I promise to love and cherish you.
Andy, I promise to love and cherish you.
Comfort and care for you.
Comfort and care for you.
Respect, support and encourage you.
Respect and support and encourage you.
Throughout our life together.
Throughout our life together.
Well done.
After an initial sticky moment where I mistook Andy for a takeaway delivery driver, Andy moved in with us in the summer of 2018. He was a little quiet to start with, but once he got used to us and our sense of humour, and I got used to the fact that I wouldn't be getting free takeaways, he fitted into our family really well. Andy was polite and always happy to help around the house, which was in stark contrast to my two daughters. Over the last 4 years, we have seen that the two of you are perfectly matched and have many shared interests. Who else watches The Masked Singer on a Saturday night? But seriously, you work well as a pair and support each other at all times, which I'm sure will continue in your married life together. Rose, your mum and I feel truly blessed to have you as our daughter. You are very much loved and valued by the whole family.
To the exchange of the rings. This could go any way, just to let everyone know. So we're not even looking at the script properly. So it's part, wait for it, Poppy, wait for it. Okay. It is part of this country's tradition that marriage is sealed by the giving and receiving of a ring. So I believe we have Poppy. Oh, Poppy heard her name. Who's going to hopefully deliver the rings to Nick. Where's Nick? Nick. Do you want us to come forward, Nick? Yay, have we got them? Okay, you just stand there, Nick, yeah. She says, I'm in, I'm not going now. Look at her. Okay, well done, Poppy.
As the man who has known Andy for many years, I'm the man with many years' worth of stories. I think in the interest of keeping today respectful, I will save them for another day. Or at least until I've loosened up after a couple more drinks. I met Andy 20 years ago on his first day of school. We've gone from the playground to pubs, parties and festivals. We've even spent the night sleeping on Amsterdam's airport floor. He's the only man I've ever seen fall asleep standing up in the middle of a music concert, while still managing to keep a firm grip of his beer. We've met a lot of people along the way, some that have come and gone, but here I am over 20 years later at the head table as best man at his wedding. I think there have been a lot of lessons learned over the years, but it turns out recently that there's something neither of us mastered: how to tie a tie. There must be many proud moments as a father watching your daughter get married, but having to pre-tie ties for men in their mid-30s cannot be one of them.
Rosie, I give you this ring
Rosie, I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage,
as a sign of our marriage,
as a symbol of our commitment,
as a symbol of our commitment,
and as a token of our love.
and as a token of our love.
Right, do you want to push that down?
Don't be dramatic.
Do you know, that was dramatic because that went on very easily.
It
I
did.
saw that. Okay. Andy, I give you this ring
Andy, I give you this ring
as a symbol of our marriage
as a symbol of our marriage
and as a sign of my love
and as a sign of my love
and commitment to you.
and commitment to you.
Let this ring
Always be a reminder
of the marriage vows we have made to each other here today. Well done. Do you push that down? On. And it really does give me the greatest pleasure to tell you that you are now husband and wife. Congratulations to you both. And Andy, I think we better kiss your bride.
Rosie, you do look stunning today. You did take my breath away the first second that I saw you. I feel so honoured that you said yes. For those of you that don't know, Rose and I met on Tinder. Thankfully we matched, however, I only just snuck in as the criteria was no one over 30 and I was 4 weeks off. Now if you don't know Rosie too well, there are three things that you need to know about her which make us the perfect match. She is 1, clumsy, 2, a little bit ditzy, and 3, a little bit lazy. Clumsy, falling down the flight of stairs within the first week that we first met, and needing to be on crutches for 3 months. Ditzy, sending us 11 miles in the wrong direction in Norway because she couldn't remember her left from her right because we were on the wrong side of the road. And 3, a touch lazy because I do all the jobs around the house. And if what they say is true, that whatever role you and your partner take when you have a pet reflects what role you'll have when you have children, then I've got a lot of late night feeds and nappies to look forward to. But seriously, I wouldn't have it any other way, because you are, for 1, patient, 2, kind, and 3, caring. Patient because you put up with me. Kind, making lots of inedible snacks during lockdown to take to our loved ones. And caring. You'll always put your family and friends first whenever they need anything, like spending weeknights dropping off Kingsley to Verity halfway between Norwich and Swindon, so she didn't have to do the full journey. But most of all, you love Disney and The Masked Singer as much as I do. Rose, you've been my best friend, my partner in crime, and for the last few weeks, you've been my rock. You've helped me see everything that's happened in the best possible way. You've comforted me throughout. With you by my side, I know that I can get through anything and do anything. And I plan to spend the rest of my life showing you just how grateful I am to have you in it.
It is important to remember that a wedding day is not what defines a relationship, it is a celebration of it. The journey you have both been on together and the people that have been a part of it is why we're all here today. And that is something to remember, that just because there are people who aren't with us today, that does not mean they are not part of Andy and Rosie's wedding celebrations and the journey of married life they are beginning. In a moment, we will raise our glasses to Rosie's bridesmaids, Verity and Amy, to family and friends and everyone here today, to Andy's mum Fran and Papa Paul, and most importantly to Rosie and Andy on an amazing wedding day. But before we do, I've got one final piece of advice I heard the other day. With all its sham, drudgery and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful and strive to be happy.
It brings us much happiness that you are now married to Andy. We wish you good luck, and the best of lives together. May the memory of this day stay with you forever, and may all your hopes and dreams come true. Finished.